really love to see Amazon get into the game, to be honest. I hate Amazon, but there's nothing better, if you want competition, is to get one bully and have them competing with another bully. G'day and welcome back to the channel. Now this video has no mid-roll ads. It has no sponsors. It has no pleas for subscriptions or Patreon or whatever. Thank you for watching. Actually, it doesn't have any of those things, but what it does have is some more news about YouTube and the mighty train wreck that it's becoming. It's getting worse. I did a video a while back about this horrible mid-roll ads and how they're the plague of YouTube and they're getting worse. So I'm not going to go over that again. But there are some other things happening with YouTube which just make me cringe. They're terrible. I made some notes here because I'm old and I forget. But I want to talk about the artificial intelligence, the AI, the machine learning that YouTube's using to destroy its own platform. And trust me, they are. They really are. This AI is just artificial insanity. Now, I know it's not people, because if there were people doing this, they would all be locked up in a little asylum with little straitjackets on, bouncing off the foam walls. It is that insane. YouTube has just gone totally insane. It is mental. But first of all, I've got to say, they've got to use these computer systems, these artificial intelligence systems, because there's so much content uploaded every minute that people, real people like you and me, we couldn't keep up with the requirements to filter it all and check it all and that, because YouTube needs to they tell us, they need to make sure that there's no bad things on, there's no violence, there's no drug taking, there's no pornography, there's none of these bad things. They need to filter all that out. So I need computers. Computers can work this out, which we know they're really bad at it. Honestly, they really, really are bad at it. But what YouTube is doing now is relying so heavily on these artificial insanity systems that it is crippling and destroying the platform. And a good example is, I put a video up a little while ago comparing flying these little drones here to a program that was being run by one of our government departments to help people who are engaged in substance abuse. I'm not going to go into the details because I'll get this video demonetized, because that video got demonetized. Why did it get demonetized? Well, the artificial insanity decided that I was glorifying and promoting drug use. Yeah, really seriously, honestly, if you haven't seen the video, I'll link it down here. Go and have a look and you tell me if that's glorifying and promoting drug use. But it must be true, because it wasn't just the artificial insanity. It said on the thing, confirmed by manual review. So some real person looked at my video and said, ooh, yeah, that's just promoting drugs. Yeah, demonetize it. Which of course is utter rubbish, because YouTube tells lies. Not only does it have machines doing the jobs of humans, but it has machines doing the job of humans. This manual review process, it doesn't involve people. It doesn't involve people. It is all driven by artificial intelligence. Now, another YouTube vlogger, Viva Frei, he's a litigator from Canada. He runs a law vlog, right? Which is him talking, often in his car, talking about legal issues and so forth. He gets videos demonetized. The most recent one he got demonetized was for excessively graphic computer game violence. Yeah, on a law vlog. He didn't have any computer game graphics in his vlog. There was no computer games anywhere to be seen in his vlog. There was no violence in his vlog. But the artificial intelligence decided, no, this was excessive violence in a computer game. And then, again, manual review confirmed that. Yes, manual review, boom, confirmed. So either they have not only insane computers, but insane manual reviewers at YouTube as well. That's the only thing I can think of. Or they're telling us lies. And when they say manual review, they're just saying, oh, we ran the algorithm twice and it gave us the same result, which is really what they're doing. They are just using computers, and they've probably got two computers. One does the review and the other one just confirms it. Yeah, it's all done. But the trouble with machine learning is it's only as good as the data that you feed it. And the problem is that, for example, with my video, there was no promotion of drugs. There was no glorifying drugs. But the YouTube algorithm said there was. Now, I have no vehicle for correcting the algorithm. I can't say, no, you're wrong. I can't file an appeal because YouTube itself automatically did a manual review and there's no appeal process. So as far as YouTube is concerned, whatever it was that triggered the algorithm to say my video contained drug promotion is now firmly entrenched in the AI's mind. So someone else will do something, trigger the same thing, and the AI will say, oh, we got it right last time, we got it right again today. So the more it gets bad information, the worse decisions the artificial intelligence makes. It's machine learning. And if it's learning the wrong things, it's not getting better, it's getting worse. Used to be you could file a manual review and a real person might look at it and say, oh, the algorithm got it wrong, we'll correct that, and then the algorithm has learnt that it's made a mistake and it tries not to make the same mistake again. If there's no avenue for telling the algorithm you got it wrong, then it thinks what it's done is right, and it will continue making the same mistakes, and that's what's happening. There's no correction of mistakes. Now, there's other people. Markiplier got a community guidelines warning because the algorithm and the manual review both concurred that he had a violent thing in one of his videos, and it wasn't until he actually managed, with his 24 million subscribers, managed to get hold of YouTube themselves, a real person, the one real person that still works at YouTube, and no, it's not Susan, I don't think she's real, the one real person left in YouTube, they got hold of them and they said, oh yeah, no, they made a mistake, yeah, we'll just fix that, right? So it learnt in that case. But if it wasn't Markiplier, if it was someone with 100 views, 100 subscribers, nothing would have happened. That would have gone into reinforcing the algorithm's belief that whatever it saw and misinterpreted was true. That's the problem with the AI. It's not being corrected when it makes mistakes now. So it's getting worse and worse and worse. So we're having accounts being given community guideline strikes for no reason. And this is happening. I've seen so many cases recently where some little account has got a community guideline strike. And they get the little thing saying, this video has been removed for breaching community guidelines, you've got a strike. And they've gone back and said, whoa, what guideline did I break? I don't see that I broke any of the community guidelines. Please give me more information. And do you know what YouTube's AI's response is? We can't tell you what guideline you broke. We can't tell you the rule you broke, because then people could game the system. So they're saying, we've got these really, really strict rules that we make up on the fly quite a few times, and you must follow them to the letter, but we can't tell you what they are, because otherwise you would cheat. How can you possibly operate in a system like that if you have to just guess at what the rules are? And I mean, as I say, a lot of these rules are made up on the fly. YouTube has been recently making up new rules. Now, there was a situation where somebody or a group of people did something off the platform. That is to say, it wasn't something they did on the platform. It wasn't a video that they put up. It was their activities off the platform. And it came to YouTube's attention, and YouTube demonetized all their videos because what they said was that this was harmful to the YouTube ecosystem, even though what they were doing wasn't on YouTube. It wasn't a YouTube thing, it was something completely different. But because they have a YouTube channel, YouTube took the opportunity to say, oh, we're going to demonetize you because we don't like what you did over there somewhere completely different. How can they do that? It's like Russia coming along saying, oh, we give you a ticket for driving because in Russia the speed limit is only 20 miles an hour. It may be 30 in your country, but it's 20 with us. And so we're putting our rules on you, okay? YouTube, you can't put your rules on other platforms. Other platforms have their own rules. You cannot dictate what people can and can't do on other platforms and punish them on your platform. That is, again, it's just the over-the-top situation we've got with YouTube at the moment. And why do we have that? Why do people put up with that? Well, because YouTube is an effective monopoly. And I don't say monopoly because you've got Vimeo, you've got BitChute, you've got Library, you've got Dailymotion. There's a lot of other video platforms, but none of them are as big or as powerful or as worth being on as YouTube. So it is a de facto, an effective monopoly. And YouTube's philosophy, or their policy is, or their position is, well, we make the rules, you follow them. We don't have to tell you what they are. And if you don't like it, go and play in the snow. Go outside and play in the snow and get frostbite and die in the blizzard. That's their attitude. We don't care. Because do you know what YouTube cares about? The only thing YouTube cares about at the moment, or now, is money. And do you want proof of that? I'll show you the proof of that. As I said, the artificial insanity is striking down channels, it's striking down videos, it's demonetizing videos left, right, and center. There's no way to correct its bad decisions. So it's not learning, it's learning all the wrong things now. And it does it like that. I put my video up and within minutes it was demonetized. Even though it hadn't broken any of the rules, it was demonetized with no right of appeal on my part. It does it that quickly. Yet, look at this. Have you seen these? This stuff here. Every time I put a video up, I get half a dozen or so of these appearing, which are basically spam comments. Spam comments promoting porn sites or dating sites or whatever. Look, so you can see URLs in there, or just sometimes it's just someone saying you're beautiful and with a girl's name, so you go and click on the girl's name and give the channel views. It's spam. And I complain, I report every single one of them. It's been going on for months and YouTube hasn't done a thing. They can demonetize your video. They can take a video down. They can take your whole channel down in a matter of minutes if they think you've breached some of their guidelines. But these people, I thought there was the thing against spam. You weren't supposed to spam on YouTube. Yet these months and nothing's happened. Nothing's happened because It doesn't suit YouTube to do that. And it's even worse. Now, I put a video up a while ago about a really bad scam where there's an advertiser who runs ads on YouTube promoting a $29.99 model jet aircraft. $29, $30 for a jet-powered model airplane. It looks really fantastic in the video. It's a giant scam. And so I put a video up busting that scam, warning people, don't buy this. And a lot of people have been scammed, and a lot of people have complained to YouTube and Google about the ad that comes up and promotes this. And guess what? After weeks and weeks and weeks, the ad is still running. That's right, they'll take down a video like that, but they'll leave the scammy ads up where people are getting fleeced for real money, getting totally ripped off, even though YouTube's terms and services say that you can get videos, you can get your whole channel taken down for scams or deceptive practices, but advertisers, you're welcome to do whatever you like because money. See why I call it a train wreck? And it's getting worse by the day. It's getting worse by the day. And I tell you, the more that this artificial insanity goes unchecked and its mistakes are not corrected because there's no method for correcting them, the worse it's going to get. And we are completely and utterly stuffed as a community of YouTube viewers, and more so as a community of YouTube creators. We are just right at the bottom of the heap. The only thing you can do if you want to be sure to get your videos shown on YouTube and not censored in any way is to put them up as ads. And guess what? You can do that. Now, you may not be aware, but you know when a pre-roll or a mid-roll ad comes up and it's got the little thing count down from 5 and then skip ad, you know if you skip that ad before the 30-second mark, it doesn't cost the advertiser a cent. They get that first 29 seconds for free, absolutely free. And so I think some savvy people have worked this out, because I've seen a number of YouTube videos running as pre-rolls or mid-rolls in other people's videos. And I'm thinking, what are they doing? Why would you pay to have your video run before someone else's video or in the middle of their video? How do you make money out of that? And the reality is that, yeah, you can, because who doesn't click the skip ad as soon as it appears when there's a mid-roll or a pre-roll, you know, with very few exceptions. And this is something I really am interested in. 99% of the time, I just click skip. Everybody does it because we don't want the damn boring ads cluttering up YouTube. So we do that. So all those advertisers, not paying a cent. So if you put your ad up, or your video up as an ad, then it'll come up, people will start watching. They've got to watch 5 seconds, and then they'll click skip. So what I'm wondering is, does that add to your view count? If you've got, say, a 35-second video and you run it as a pre-roll or a mid-roll ad, then if someone watches 5, 6, 7 seconds, that's a fair percentage of, could be 20% of your entire video. Does that count as a view on that video? So some people are saying, well, hey, I can get my view count up. I just have to run some of my ads as pre-rolls or mid-rolls, and because people are not going to let them run for more than up to 30 seconds, they're going to click away pretty quickly, I'm not going to have to pay for any of those views. And so I get hundreds, thousands, possibly millions of views for free. And people can't avoid it. They've got to watch the first 5 seconds of that because it's a pre-roll or a mid-roll. Is that how some people are gaming the system? I don't know. I certainly hope it is, because YouTube deserves a kick in the pants for being so insane. And that would be a good way to do it. Anyway, so having said that, now that you're aware that advertisers don't pay if you click before the 30-second point in an advertisement, you've got to wonder about the sensibility of these mid-rolls at all, because as I say, 99% of the time I just click skip, skip, skip. We all do. So when you're sitting there watching an interesting video and a mid-roll comes along and you start pulling your hair out and you click straight after skip, what has been achieved? Well, obviously the advertiser hasn't paid anything for that interruption to your viewing because it hasn't reached the 30-second mark. YouTube hasn't earned any money because they're not charging the advertisers for views less than 30 seconds. And the content creator hasn't earned any money either because they're not going to get paid unless the advertiser's paying. So what's happening is we're having videos repeatedly interrupted, but no one's earning any money from it. All it's doing is destroying the viewing experience, which is why I don't run mid-rolls. And since I decided not to run mid-rolls, my revenues have jumped, my view count has jumped, and my watch time has jumped. Because I think people are realizing, woohoo, no mid-roll ads, let's watch this video. We're not going to be annoyed, and you're not going to do what I do, which is as soon as I hit that first mid-roll, I click away. I say, that's it, no more of this video for me. So in those cases, when people pop a mid-roll in, they've lost all that view time, and that puts them down on the ranking. The algorithm says, well, people are clicking away at 3 minutes into the video, and it's a 30-minute video. Can't be a very good video, we're not going to promote that. Whereas with my videos, people seem to be watching them further through, so the algorithm's saying, oh, let's promote that. People are interested in this video. Let's put it out there because I'm not driving them away with mid-rolls. So if you're a content creator, give it a go. Leave the mid-rolls out, see what happens. Maybe you'll get the same benefits that I'm seeing. And also what I do is when I go to a channel where I know there are no mid-rolls. I mean, I've a number of channels I watch regularly. In fact, most of the channels I watch now have no mid-rolls because I've unsubbed from all the ones with mid-rolls. It's just too much hard work. What I do is I let the mid-roll or the pre-rolls run because I know they're the only ads that are going to be on that video. Good example, Alan Yu, he's a vlogger from Canada. I watch his videos and what I do is I start it, I go and make a coffee, and by the time I come back, the pre-rolls have run and we're into his vlog. So the advertiser's paying for the inconvenience he's put me through, having those ads in the front. YouTube's earned some coin because the advertiser's paying, and the content creator, Alan's, getting some coin too because the mid-rolls have run, or the pre-rolls have run all the way through. Everybody wins. I get a coffee, YouTube gets some money, Alan gets some money, and the advertiser gets their ads to run all the way through, even though I wasn't watching at the time. And that's what I do with the channels that I now subscribe to. And I don't know, maybe people are doing that with my channel as well. I have no idea. I can't say you should do that because it would be a breach of the terms of service. I would never suggest that you watch an ad that you're not interested in. But I do because I am interested in rewarding the content creator for not running mid-rolls. And that's about it. That's enough of a rant and a rave today about the whole damn... Oh, one more thing. Final thing perhaps. A little bit at the end here. Have you noticed you're not getting email notifications when someone uploads a video anymore? One of your favorite creators? Used to be that you'd be able to click on the bell and it would email you when they put a video up. Not getting that email anymore. Wonder why that is? Let me tell you. Well, I know a lot of people used to complain about that thing. You'd click the bell and tick the buzzer and switch the light switch and turn on the hot water heater and all that sort of stuff. And in theory, you'd get an email whenever a creator uploaded a video, but it never worked properly. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't work. Sometimes you get the email, sometimes you wouldn't. Some channels you'd never get an email, other channels you'd always get an email. And YouTube always said, oh, you haven't clicked the bell properly. Seriously, how hard is it to click a bell? And I know there were channels, I clicked that damn bell and I didn't get emails regularly, or they were sporadic. And YouTube was always saying, oh, it's your fault. You haven't clicked the bell properly, you haven't done it right. But what's happened is, of course, it never really worked properly. It was a broken system. It was a piece of legacy code that just was busted right from day one. So YouTube, in their wisdom, decided just to axe the whole thing. There is no email alerts anymore. You don't get an email alert. And the justification they gave for that, they said, well, nobody was using it, so we felt we would remove it. No, YouTube. Lots of people were trying to use it, but it just didn't damn well work. And you decided it would cost us money to fix that. And it's a really hard job because we've tried before. Let's just turn it off. Because it's not, if we turn it off, it doesn't cost us any money. It's all about money. It's all about money. The artificial insanity decided, woohoo, let's save some coin. Let's not bother fixing anything. It's like these user-contributed subtitles, which YouTube is saying, oh, this people are scamming and spamming and things. Yeah, like this, right? You don't care about scamming and spamming YouTube. But you took it down. You said, no one's using it. Well, if nobody was using it, how are they scamming and spamming? It doesn't tally up. You say one thing, you mean something else. You tell us things have been manually reviewed, and it's really another computer. You lie to us, YouTube. You lie through your teeth. It is unacceptable. But that's it. If you've got observations, if I've got anything wrong, which is more than likely the case, go down to the comment bits down here, down the uncomfortable part down there, and leave your comment. I'd like to hear from you because I want as many perspectives as possible. I've got my own ideas for a YouTube competitor. I've mentioned it before. I don't have time to do anything at the moment. I'm too busy keeping my channels, building my channels and doing other stuff. But I'd like to hear what people are looking for. Whether you've had just a total gutsful, how are you dealing with the mid-rolls? Are you fitting ad blocking software? Everyone says, you should put an ad blocker in. And my goodness, if you've put an ad blocker in, I don't blame you one bit. I'm not doing it myself because I still want to reward the content creators that I regularly watch their channels, and that's my way of doing it, let the pre-rolls run. So I'm not going to put an ad blocker in. I just don't watch the channels that abuse the privilege of running ads by ruining my experience with mid-rolls. I just don't watch them. And hopefully that will get the message across to them. But tell me what you're doing. You know, what do you plan to do? Have you started using BitChute a lot? Are you using Library? Is there some other platform that you'd rather see my content on? Yeah, fill me in. I want to know. This is a two-way conversation, please. I've told you, I've ranted off at you, come back at me. Give me your side of the coin. I want to hear what you want, what you think is going to happen. Is YouTube a train wreck that's destined to derail shortly? I honestly think it is. I think if you look back at time, everything has a peak. and then it drops off. We had IBM, the computer company, ew, and now it's down here. We had the Ford Motor Company, and it's down here. We've had everything has a peak, and then it's in a decline. I think YouTube has reached its peak. I think it's in a decline. And if it continues the way it's going, with the asylums running the whole thing, the insane running the asylum, then it's going to be a very steep decline, very steep decline. It's going to open an opportunity for someone else or some other group to come out with a better option. I'd really love to see Amazon get into the game, to be honest. I hate Amazon, but there's nothing better, if you want competition, is to get one bully and have them competing with another bully. You don't want someone coming along playing fair. You want two people who are bullies going head to head. Amazon, Google, that'd be great. Oh, could you imagine the tears that would flow from that? Yes, please. Okay, there you go. That's it for another video. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Thanks to my Patreon supporters. You make it possible for me to have these cathartic rants from time to time. There you go. And remember, you don't have to watch all my videos. Just watch the ones that interest you. I don't want to bore you with stuff you don't care about. Spot you later. And bye for now.